girls, welcome back. Got another pattern here for you. This is called the Bloody Olive. More or less a perdigon style pattern, but you know, we're working on these extended bodies. What we have on the end of here is just some amnesia. This is more or less just a knot made of mono. You could probably make a knot out of anything and use it, but I picked this one just because of, you know, the hot spot, and you know, it kind of glows in the dark. What we have on the rest of the thing, we do have some tails back here, and this is a part that can be changed pretty easily. There is a technique that we can use when making this knot that actually has the tails coming out of the extended body instead of kind of shadowing what I'm doing here. I don't know that's going to make much difference. This is obviously the easier way to do it, but let's get into it here. As far as our ingredients go, I got an Orvis 1 POR size 16 on this, 3mm tungsten bead. That one is called Olive Drab. And let's see, for the tails, we're using just these little micro fibbits. For the body, what we're using is a strip quill. This is fully mill product and olive. And then I got Semperfli Nano Silk Black and regular red for the hot spot. So let's go ahead and get into this here, and we'll show you what this is going to look like. I like to make this really small. I prefer to make it on a curved hook. What I showed you here at the beginning, this is a straight hook. I wanted to show you that example at the end. But more or less, we kind of want that extended body. We can make those tails a little bit better with a curved hook, because we can shape the tails to the hook, so to speak, and use that extended body. So more or less what we got for the body, amnesia. Okay, what I have here, this is 10 pound, and more or less you're gonna pull a section of that off. I'd say cut a foot off. All right, and then you're just gonna make an overhand loop like you tie your shoes with. Okay, that's one. You gotta do that 10 times. I just say 10 because that kind of gives us the best length. When we're doing a body like this, it's not even gonna be a hook gap long. So just keep making these overhand knots. Okay, we get 10. You can make it less, make them 5 sometimes depending on the size of the hook. You make them 15. 15 gets a little hard to tie that knot. It doesn't really seat well. Okay, so there's our loop that we're gonna make. Okay, and that's about with maybe a foot worth of mono. Okay, now all we gotta do with that, this is kind of like triple surgeon's knot. All right, I'm gonna take that, and when we pull this, see the loops that it's creating here? At this point, we can take our micro fibbits and stick them in one of these little holes. Okay, and then we're gonna tighten that up. Getting them to seat is a little difficult, because at least with these little fibbits, because it's mono on mono, and it'll slide, so I'm gonna have to secure it somehow. Usually a little drop of super glue, It's more than enough. Okay, so here's our knot. What we want to make sure is that our tails are facing, the points are facing towards the back of the knot that you're pulling, okay? Now the way these surgeon knots work, you can pull each side independently to tighten that up. If I let go of this, I know I'm gonna lose them. Okay, there you go, just like I said. Okay, I would say pull them in so that they're about halfway, but you do want your tips pointing towards the ends of one of the ends that you're pulling. And you're gonna have to walk this up as you tighten it out to keep these tails in here. Till you get to this, okay? Herein lies the problem. When you put those in there, you can see the angle of the tails, okay? You can't make them so that they come out the end, but again, you're gonna have to fold them somehow. A feather would probably work better, but I'll try to make this work. Now when I cut the knot, I always cut and leave maybe a 1/4 inch there. That way you can burn it. And it'll kind of fill in the rest of that knot a little bit towards the end there. Sorry as I'm burning the place down. And usually that's enough to secure those tails in there, okay? You're burning that plastic, so it does anchor them to a degree. But if we fold them, these monos don't fold very well, so when we tie this on, I would just say leave those up. You can try it that way, okay? Let's get some string on here, we'll get this started. But that's how we make those knots. And you can make it as long as you want, depending on your preference. Make the tails as long as you want. It's just that little method that I was showing you there with the tails, you know, in the knot, and it can be a little tedious. So sometimes it's easier just to tie them on, and you'll flare them right up against the butt of that knot. All right, we're gonna get a good base down here first. Put this on here. Like I said, we gotta make sure those little tails are up. Secure that down a little bit. Just use my hands. Okay, and even the length, you know, you can do adjacent to that. Once you get that length squared away, I'll back wrap this pretty tight because it is mono. We're gonna be, see what I'm doing? I'm back wrapping right up against the knot there. So so that the knot will stick out from the body. Okay, next, get your quill. Pick one that you want. We're going to tie that in. Back this up right against the extended body. I'm going to taper this in a little bit. I don't have a lot to taper because you want to leave room for that red hot spot because it's a regular thread, so it's pretty thick. Just want to give this quill a good base we can lay it out on. Okay, let's tie it off. Hang it. Okay. Now we're just gonna break that off, so we gotta tie it back on again. We'll be back right after these messages. Okay, let's wrap this around. We wrap these just touching wraps all the way up. Don't have to worry about details so much here as we get closer to the bead, because that's all going to be covered up. Oh man, struggling. Okay, finally, we got our quill on. We're gonna tie this off, cut it. We're gonna get our red. Tie this on. I normally make this pretty big as far as a hot spot. I want it to kind of fill up that gap and behind the bead. Okay, I'm going to get our Solaris. I turn that upside down on purpose because I want the extra, let me get the angle of this right. I want the extra to come down under on the bottom there, so it can create that kind of a curved profile, a little bit better. See that droplet that's forming? it to form right on the back there. The Solares is really thin, so it's real easy to do that and not create any bulk. And you're going to zap it. If only fish could see it like that, huh? Catch everything in the creek. There you go, boys and girls. Extended body perdigon, bloody olive. These tails that we have tied on here, the difference, we can see that to this, where I tie the tails on behind so that they're going the correct direction. I don't know that a nymph is going to create this type of profile, but they are in there, kind of glue them in a little bit. Neat little bug. Change the color of this. I went with yellow, but also you have, your red amnesias. You put some of those knots in there, and, give it a little bit different look there. Tie some of those up too. But that's it. All right, guys, we'll see you in a week or so. This is the bloody olive, and we'll have another pattern here for you. I got 3 or 4, I think, that we're working on. So thanks for stopping in. We'll see you soon.